So today we will go with the next job. That's the lever for the swivel release, and that's the center bolt, and we have to add the bolt to the lever and then making the side plate and make the mechanism and the nut for the bolt rear side. So let's go and drill the hole for the bolt. And hey, what's that? So the bolt should go in here. So we already put some soldering flux, and now we can solder it into place. I don't see any silver coming out on the opposite side. So this is the result for the lever after polishing or after regrinding. On the back side we have the pin where we have the nut that will pull back the fixation bolt. Yeah. Like this, and then when you pull the lever, then the fixation bolt will be pulled out. So the next job is to make the nut here on the shaft that will pull the lever. So for the nut, I have a round bar. I drilled a hole in the diameter of the lever and here you have the tooth that will go against the spring, and this tooth will pull the bolt out of the locking mechanism. So now we have to grind away the material around it. So here you can see how the system shall work. Here we have the lever and the nut, and this small nose shall be in a cutout of the pin. Here we will have a spring that will keep the load. And now, when I put down the lever, the nose will pull out the bolt and release the swivel to rotate the barrels. So, like this. So the next job will be to make the side plates and then fix one side plate to the stock side swivel plate, and then I can locate it on the right place, drill the hole, and then I can make the slot on the bolt. So the next job are the side plates. I took a sheet of 4mm steel and then fold it over, sign one side, and then grind it into shape. So like this, we have two total equal side plates. And the next job is we will cut out the dovetail that will be fitted. That will be fitted here on the rear swivel plate. So let's go. So maybe we still need to take off a little bit with the file, and then we can cut off the front. So the next job is to cut off the dovetail. And then we can fit it to the rear plate. Before I forget it, I made a one-on-one scale drawing. There you can see exactly the proportions. The design for the stock. It's only one idea. I don't know what it will be at the end. So that should fit probably well. I separated the both parts. They are equal. I left some material here on top so I can bring it to the same dimension than the rear swivel plate. And now we have to fit the plate to the swivel mechanism. So here you can see the result. We have the dovetail for the screw, and in the rear the pin holder. And now we can polish the outside and inside of the blade, and then we can start fitting the lever. So the plate is fitted, and I drilled one hole, 4.2 millimeters for a M4 screw, and now I marked the center of the bore, and I can drill the hole for the M4 thread. So let's go. So we have the thread hole, but we still have to rework a little bit on the center bore. But this I can make with a reamer, so it stays in total in a good shape. So that will be the position of the nut. Here will be the spring, and on the opposite side will be the lever. And then when you turn the lever, the pin is pulled out. So the next job is to cut a notch in the pin, in the locking pin. I already marked the position, and now I can cut. So that's the notch. So here you can see the lever at its position, and on the opposite side we have the nut with the nose that will pull the locking pin, and one nose that will be spring loaded. Maybe later I will bend the lever a little bit more, so that's much better. Then it will fit more better to the shape of the side plate. So I drilled a hole in the nut, and now we can cut the thread. So that's the nut with the hole with the threaded hole to fix the position. So here you can see the mechanism assembled. I put a screw here below and make a flat, so like this. It's moving out and in. From the opposite side. And now we need to make a spring. Here. To keep the nut spring loaded. So I need to drill a hole in the rear and then cut a notch where this nose fits in, and then it can go on. So let's mark the positions. So. And first we will drill the hole, and then we will cut the notch. Now again some disassembling. And before I forget it, I made a spacer out of copper sheet, so the lever don't scratch over the surface all the time. And again some thread cutting. Yeah, now it's running much more smooth. So and now reassemble the side plate. No screw. So now you can see the lever moves back every time and stays in position like it should be. We just need some readjustment here of the angle and the flat here on the bottom. Slightly a little bit too far above. I want to have the nut about 5 degrees more backwards, but that's just fine tuning. So in total the locking mechanism is done. Now we check, pull it down, then swivel around and put it back. Now it's locked. So here once more, the locking mechanism, the nut, the spring-loaded nut that will pull up the pin, and opposite side you have the lever. So now we will, yeah, that's a good result for now. And soon we can start making the opposite side when the locks arrive.